Westbrook, Maine. Westbrook is a city in Cumberland County, Maine, United States and a suburb of Portland. The population was 17,494 at the 2010 census. It is part of the Portland-South Portland-Biddeford, Maine metropolitan statistical area. Originally known as Sakarapa after Sakarapa Falls on the Presumpscot River, it was a part of Falmouth until February 14, 1814, when it was set off and incorporated as Stroudwater. It soon changed its name to Westbrook after Colonel Thomas Westbrook, a commander during Father Ralph's War and King's Mast agent who was an early settler and mill operator. In 1871, Sakarapa amicably split into two municipalities, the current Westbrook and Deering, which was then annexed by Portland in 1898. In 1891, Westbrook was incorporated as a city. Sakarapa Falls and Kingen Falls provided water power for early mills within the city. In 1829, a sawmill was built at the former, which made the mill town noted for its lumber. Other industries followed, manufacturing grain bags, machinery and water wheels, carriage and harness, boots, shoes and moccasins, tinware, leather board, bricks, wooden boxes, box shook, meal and flour. The Portland Manufacturing Company built a cotton textile mill at Sakarapa Falls for making sheetings, stripes and ducks. A paper mill was built at Cumberland Mills, once an Indian planting ground known as Amonkonjan. By 1859, it produced 1,000 tons of paper annually. In 1867, the factory's name would change to the S.D. Warren Paper Mill. The Oxford and Cumberland Canal opened in 1832, connecting Portland to Harrison by way of Westbrook and Sebago Lake. It was the primary commercial shipping route for goods until 1871, when it was rendered obsolete by the Portland and Ogdensburg Railroad. Remnants of the canal can still be seen throughout the city, including Beaver Pond, along Stroudwater Street near the Maine Turnpike overpass, and in the woods between Westbrook High School and Oxford and Cumberland Canal Elementary School. Old Warren House circa 1912. Bridge Street circa 1912. Cumberland Mills circa 1907. Westbrook is located at 43 degrees 41'7" and 70 degrees 21'26" W, 43.68528 degrees north, 70.35722 degrees west, 43.68528, minus 70.35722. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 17.33 square miles, of which 17.12 square miles is land and 0.21 square miles is water. Westbrook is drained primarily by two rivers. The Presumpscot River flows through the center of the city, with two prominent falls. The smaller Stroudwater River flows through the southwestern part of the city. The city also contains part of Highland Lake. Westbrook is served by Interstate 95, U.S. Route 302 and State Routes 22 and 25. State Route 25 has a business route, Route 25 Business. It is bordered by Portland to the east, South Portland and Scarborough to the south, Gorham and Windham to the west, and Falmouth to the north. In January 2019, a naturally occurring ice disk measuring about 100 yards across formed on the Presumpscot River. The unusual formation briefly drew international social media and press attention, and boosted tourism to Westbrook. As of the census of 2010, there were 17,494 people, 7,568 households, and 4,456 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,021.8 inhabitants per square mile. There were 7,989 housing units at an average density of 466.6 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 92.3% white, 2.3% African American, 0.2% Native American, 1.9% Asian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, 0.6% from other races, and 2.5% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 1.9% of the population. There were 7,568 households, of which 28.3% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 41.2% were married couples living together, 13.1% had a female householder with no husband present, 4.6% had a male householder with no wife present, and 41.1% were non-families. 30.4% of all households were made up of individuals and 12.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.30 and the average family size was 2.87. The median age in the city was 39.4 years. 20.9% of residents were under the age of 18, 8.2% were between the ages of 18 and 24, 29.1% were from 25 to 44, 26.5% were from 45 to 64, and 15.2% were 65 years of age or older. The gender makeup of the city was 47.7% male and 52.3% female. As of the census of 2000, there were 16,142 people, 6,863 households, and 4,261 families residing in the city. The population density was 956.9 people per square mile. There were 7,089 housing units at an average density of 420.3 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 96.69% white, 0.88% African American, 0.27% Native American, 0.82% Asian, 0.03% Pacific Islander, 0.28% from other races, and 1.03% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 0.89% of the population. There were 6,863 households, out of which 29.4% had children under the age of 18 living with him, 46.3% were married couples living together, 12.6% had a female householder with no husband present, and 37.9% were non-families. 30.4% of all households were made up of individuals and 13.0% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.33 and the average family size was 2.90. In the city, the age distribution of the population shows 23.4% under the age of 18, 7.3% from 18 to 24, 31.0% from 25 to 44, 22.7% from 45 to 64, and 15.5% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 38 years. For every 100 females, there were 89.1 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 82.8 males. The median income for a household in the city was $37,873, and the median income for a family was $47,120. Males had a median income of $32,412 versus $25,769 for females. The per capita income for the city was $19,501. About 6.7% of families and 8.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 13.7% of those under age 18 and 5.7% of those age 65 or over. Now primarily a suburb of the larger city of Portland, Westbrook itself has a growing business base and developing core downtown district. IDEX Laboratories Incorporated, a multinational corporation, is headquartered in Westbrook. In addition to the downtown area, many of the city's businesses are located within two industrial parks, as well as in the area surrounding Maine Turnpike Exit 48. The city is home to Sopi Limited's Westbrook Paper Mill and R&D Center. The mill, formerly the S.D. Warren Paper Mill, was once the city's largest employer and taxpayer, employing over 3,000 people and representing over 50% of the city's tax base. However, foreign competition and the age of the mill have drastically reduced its workforce and production. Today the mill has found a niche in the marketplace, becoming one of the nation's top manufacturers of release papers and employing about 300 people. The Calpine Westbrook Energy Center has since surpassed the mill as the city's largest taxpayer. Westbrook was also the home of the first Sebago mock shoe factory. Westbrook is home to WMTW, Southern Maine's ABC affiliate. The station has its studios off County Road. The faith-based Mercy Hospital of Portland operates Mercy Westbrook, a small community hospital with a minor emergency room and inpatient treatment facilities. Spring Harbor Hospital, Southern Maine's only private psychiatric treatment and recovery center, is also located within the city. Catholic, Evangelical Free, Lutheran, Methodist United, non-denominational or interdenominational, not indicated, Pentecostal, United Church of Christ, Baptist. The Westbrook City Council consists of 5 district councilors and 2 at-large councilors. Michael Sunfee has been mayor of Westbrook since November 2016. Colleen Hilton was mayor of Westbrook from November 2009 to 2016. Voter registration. Similar to neighboring Portland and South Portland, Westbrook contains several distinct neighborhoods that are generally recognized by residents but have no legal or political significance. Unlike Portland, however, there is no official signage recognizing these neighborhoods. Some of the notable neighborhoods include: in addition to the sports complexes located at Westbrook High School and other schools, the city offers several public recreational areas and facilities, including: Westbrook is home to the 2002 Maine State Little League champions, the 2005 Senior Babe Ruth State champions, the 2005 12-year-old Little League New England Regional champions, the 2006 13-year-old Babe Ruth New England champions, and the 2008 15-year-old Babe Ruth World Championship runners-up. Year-old Babe Ruth World Championship runners-up.